Keeping up with the theme of our videos, we're talking about different methodologies of creating a budget. And in this one, we're going to talk about zero-based budgeting. Now, as the name suggests, zero-based budgeting is essentially scrapping everything that you've done in the current period and beginning from zero. All the line items become zero for you. And from here, you build a budget out from scratch. Now, tell me something, or rather feel free to pause the video here and tell us in the comments below, why do you think companies do zero-based budgeting, and then you can continue watching. To explain, let me cite the example of Coca-Cola, which is a product that I'm sure all of us have consumed at some point in our lives. Now, these days, if you keep up with the way internet trends work, you will realize that more and more people are leaning towards a healthier lifestyle. More and more people want a healthy alternative to things like Coca-Cola. More and more people are leaning towards veganism. So to counter things of this sort, Coca-Cola has come up with different products. They're using different cost measurements to come up with these products. So for them, it makes sense to scrap everything that they've done and start from zero. Now, when you obviously start from zero, there is a lot of effort that goes into preparing a budget, which is again a disadvantage of zero-based budgeting, right? You have to start from zero. Now, this will require you to pour a lot of resources into collecting data, forecasting, things of that sort. So it is very time consuming, one, and second, it is very difficult to prepare a zero-based budget because again, you're starting right from scratch. An advantage of doing zero-based budgeting is that you get more accurate figures. Now, imagine if I'm building a budget from scratch for an activity. Right? If I'm going through all this effort of finding data, procuring data, making sense out of that data, compiling the numbers together, the time that I am putting into this sort of research will ensure that my budget is more or less accurate and exactly what I'm going to incur. While it may not be 100% accurate, it is as close to accurate as it can get. So this is an advantage of zero-based budgeting. However, I've also stated a disadvantage. However, it really comes down to what the company needs and what sort of a business they are operating. As compared to incremental budgeting, so quick revision, incremental budgeting is essentially taking the current year budget and adding incremental changes to each line item, whereas zero-based budgeting is completely scrapping everything you've done and starting from zero. Another reason why a lot of companies prefer using zero-based budgeting is there is no budgetary slack that is possible in zero-based budgeting, right? If you're doing it from scratch, it is a top-down approach of creating a budget, which means if, let's say, I am showing my cost for the upcoming period as 10 lakhs, I have to go to the management and justify why I need the 10 lakhs. So मैं 10 लाख का 15 लाख नहीं दिखा सकता in a zero-based budget. If you have to justify every line item, there is scope for a budgetary slack. But that scope is significantly reduced, which again leads me back to my point of the budgets being more accurate. Now, with that, I hope you understood zero-based budgeting. We will keep up this theme. There are a few more methods of budgeting to go. So we will keep the videos up and I will see you in the next video.